She does a lot of it, but
Really?
She works on the sewers.
Those high heels are steel toed, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think we have seen benefits of that already. I mean, the last time we've seen the water studies come through, how much lost water that we don't have anymore. I mean, looking at 20 years ago, it's just ridiculous.
How much, is
Yeah,
that amounted to quite a bit?
Oh, millions and millions of gallons we've saved.
Because we've had, every year, there's a guy that comes to town, and they have computerized listening devices that they, and, yeah, they can find a trickle.
I can't remember when he gave that report, Kathy, but it might be a good idea to give Roger a copy of that. That was last year sometime. Okay, we got one coming up
February,
again?
we always do it right around February, so.
Okay.
And that has many years' history on it, but I can give Jim a copy of it.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. That's very startling.
So,
Are we setting the levy?
call the question.
Are we setting the preliminary levy?
Yes.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
This one here is a little bit more valid, so I'm going. Maybe.
8F.
We have an F.
I said it was.
8F, airport grant. What do we need to know about that?
We, council previously authorized us to apply for the grant for the snow removal equipment and a new beacon. Beacon we have right now has issues with getting that thing leveled, and the light bulbs keep burning out apparently. So this new one's supposedly gonna correct those issues. It's got LED lights and some other fancy gizmos.
Self-leveling or self-centering, you know.
Is that part of the grant for the replacement of the beacon?
Yes. And it's, so we went out, got the bids, submitted the grant, and now FAA's finally answered, and of course they need it yesterday, to be approved by the council, so.
It's a grand total of $112,000 in cost, and they will be paying $100,800. So we'll get this snow machine and a new beacon for $11,200 because of the federal grant funding.
And we have that money
Yes.
in the airport.
Yep.
I thought that was already cut and dried.
No, just the application
Yeah,
for it.
this is them actually saying you have the money and
Right.
sign the agreement. So you just have to authorize for the mayor to sign. Oh shoot, we should have Terry sign this when he was here.
Darn.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Crap.
What, did he go on vacation?
No. He'll be back.
I don't think he's driving that little bug.
We'll pick the cart and bring him up here.
So what do we need here, Kathy?
Authorize the mayor to enter into this grant agreement with Federal Aviation Administration.
I so move that we do that.
Second up.
Motion by Mr. Dahl, second by Mr. Hansi. Any more questions or comment? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes. Ordinances, none this evening. Number 10, reports, updates, and miscellaneous. What do we need to, EDA strategic planning, Saturday, September 15th at 9 a.m. at the Rushfiord Airport.
We'll have our regular meeting and then the planning session will be afterwards.
All right.
That's going to be at the airport?
Right.
It's for the EDA.
EDA Street, yeah, not the council one, the EDA.
When is our council one coming up?
March. Where'd that come from? October?
6th. 6th, right?
I'm sorry, October 6th.
Yeah, Saturday before the meeting.
Right. Thank God the media's gone. All right. Can we move on to staff updates and reports? Levy recertification project? What's left? MediaCom?
MediaCom.
MediaCom's got to do cleanup, and although the easements have been obtained, the ITC still has to move their poles. So it's all in progress. We're working off the last inspection. We had a conference call with the Corps. I think it was either last week or the week before that, starting to run together. and, trees have to come down. There's still a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be done, but it's,
It's doable, nothing,
no, but as you'll know, I think if you notice in my budget report, there was a discussion about saving, some money if we, do a lot of the levee work in-house. I wasn't sure if that would alarm anybody or not. I'm not meaning to, but, you know, just because we got the levees recertified doesn't mean that that's the end of it and we're done with it and breathe a sigh and move on. You know, we get inspected, and when those inspections happen, we have to fix everything that they found. What we're applying for is called, to be in the Corps SWIFT program. It basically gives you 2 years to do 1 year's worth of work. It's very common. The city of Winona applies for it every 2 years. It's an ongoing thing. But anytime you've got rodents that are digging holes in there, you gotta get in there and clean them out. If you've got vegetation, you gotta pull the vegetation out. You have to compact it, you have to prove that the ground was compacted properly. The biggest issue we have are the pipes from the core are going through the levee. Some of them are corrugated steel, and they never bolted the sections of pipe together. They're just in there. And even though the holes are lined up, we have to go in there now, dig away from the side of the pipe, connect the bolts up, refill it and compact it. As you can imagine, that's rather expensive. Pipes were also designed for a life of about 40 years, and guess what?
It's 41 years.
Yeah. So we're gonna have issues with those. Those could be very expensive to fix. The way we pay for those is through the the state mitigation program and through DNR grants. But we'll have to apply for those, obviously, and we'll have to see how the funding goes. Some of the work that we can do in-house will offset some of those costs. Most of it isn't terribly difficult work. It's just going to be some labor intensive to get in there with a backhoe and dig them out. You can slip line them, but that's very expensive as well. When the cement starts to deteriorate, that's when there's going to be some really big costs. So we're keeping an eye on that. First thing, of course, is inspection. Once you notice that there's a problem, try to fix it. If it gets to the point where it's deteriorated too far, then we've got to go in and replace. But this is going to happen. This is going to happen from now on. Every couple of years, they're going to find stuff. We're going to have to keep doing it and fixing it.
What about the tree over by Steve Kingsley? If that has to come out,
that's gotta go.
what about the roots?
They have to deal with the stumps, don't they?
Well, here again, we were told grind the stump. Now we're being told you have to dig the stump out. You have to remove it, and you have to take, there's certain clay and whatnot material, put it back in and compact it to the same rate that the levee is compacted. So again, they sort of move the ball on us. So we have to go back in and fix some of the trees that we had just cut out.
So staff deals with this every day.
That root system is extensive.
Well,
You gotta remember, that's only going as far as the county.
But still expensive. If
There's
everything
still-
has to be
that's
dug
big.
out and,
yeah, that didn't make us feel better, I'm sure.
No, but it's not as bad as it. I mean, you don't have to get every little piece out of there, but you gotta get the main.
So what you're saying, the certification is not going to take place?
No, certification is gonna take place, but every 2 years, we're gonna get an inspection. And every 2 years, we're gonna get a spreadsheet that's about
Says fix this.
that thick, that's gonna say fix this, and you got a year to do it.